Welcome to Inside IU Volleyball. I'm Cody Sharrett. Coach Dunbar is out of the office this week. She's in California recruiting and visiting Ashley Benson at U.S. National Team Camp. So recruiting director Nancy Mueller joins me. Thanks for coming on, Coach.
Not a problem.
Talk about the process of finding and evaluating talent to build this program.
Well, right now, at this point, we're in a major part of our recruiting process. We started January 15th is when we kind of went out. But we also try and recruit some during the fall, but the seasons are the same, high school season. So we mainly touched on the state of Indiana, which is a big priority for us. And me being new, we really wanted to more or less get into and meeting a lot more people in Indiana, especially southern Indiana. So part of the process is we get a lot of letters, a lot of emails of kids just identifying themselves. But also a big part of the process was us seeing kids last year at nationals and just identifying them young and early at different tournaments that we try and get out to.
You talked about Indiana being a priority.
Yes.
Is there any other region across the country that you try to target specifically?
Not particularly. We're pretty open, but we really want to keep in-state kids here at IU. So that's our biggest target. There's a lot of great kids in the Indiana, Illinois region and Ohio that we really like to try and get after. You know, Cincinnati's only 2.5 hours from here. Chicago's about 4. So we try and keep kids that are pretty much in the Midwest region, but we will go all over. Like you said, Coach Dunbar's out in California right now and identifying some really good prospects. But we've been to Texas already. We'll go out to Colorado and we like to keep our options open because we're really trying to land some of those blue chip kids that can help us.
And the team is coming off its first ever Sweet 16 appearance in program history. How has that increased attention for recruiting?
It's really increased a lot. Really, people can identify with the Indiana name right now, and not in the volleyball community, not just as a basketball school or football school. So they're really identifying with who we are because we got to the round of Sweet 16, and that's really helping with really 2013 and 14.
Coach, a recruit coming in next year, Colleen Smith, was just named a high school All-American. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, their high school team was actually ranked number 1 in the country for a very long time and ended up losing in the state finals. But Colleen Smith was named to PrepVolleyball.com's first team All-American. So it was really exciting for us to see Indiana in the national spotlight and for Colleen to be honored with some really good talent.
And talk about what brought you to IU. You had a couple head coaching jobs previously, and you played at Tennessee and was an assistant at various places too.
You know what, it's always been a goal of mine to be in the Big Ten, and when this opportunity came available and Coach Dunbar called me up, Coach Dunbar and I have been friends for 15 years, and so she automatically called me when Coach Gustin got a head coaching job and said, would you like to interview and be a part of staff? And it was like a 1.5 week process, and it was a no-brainer for me to come to the Big Ten and be at a great school like Indiana. So that's kind of what brought me. I've always wanted to be in the Big Ten, and I've actually worked camps here before with Coach Dunbar, so I got to experience that a little bit, and I just fell in love with the school and the campus.
Well, thanks for coming on, Coach. Keeping on with community service, I talked to Jade, Henderson, and Sam Thrower as they visited the Boys and Girls Club of Ellettsville.
The most I enjoy about this community service is that you don't even realize you're doing community service. Like, we come in here and we usually go straight to the game room, and it's just all these kids, and we're playing ping pong and pool, and we do arts and crafts. So it's we're helping our community, and we're not even it doesn't even seem like work.
It's so rewarding just to see the kids smile when you walk in the door, and when they know your name, like a couple of them already know my name, and it's so fun to play with them.
It really is rewarding just knowing that we're taking part of our day to come play with these kids and even give them someone to look up to, and it's just great to be a part of that.
The most I enjoy is just coming to hang out and play with the kids. I love just being a kid and being kids with them.
Thanks, Jade. Thanks, Sam. Thanks again to Coach Nancy Mueller. Coach Dunbar will be back next week. Thanks for joining us again on this edition of Inside IU Volleyball. I'm Cody Sharrett.